What up? It's your boy Armin, Pentagon family. Catch me on the Bootleg Cat podcast. Yes, sir.
Bootleg Cat podcast, man. Special guest in here. My guy.
My man.
Wait, is my chair too high? Is it going down slowly? There it is.
Very
Armin
slowly.
is here.
What's
Welcome.
up, bro? Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. New album is out.
It's out.
Mean.
Yes.
Which means what?
Mean is really what everybody calls me, obviously. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's very autobiographical, but I also figured it'll be an acronym, manifest everything, avoid negativity. Really, because I manifested this project. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? First of all, it's produced by Scott Storch.
All of it.
All of it. Well, to be technical, there's 2 songs on there that Scott Storch didn't do, but he oversaw the whole process. It's 15 songs, 2 bonus tracks, and then 13 records, but the last 2 is not Scott. Shout out my boy Pyro who did that. But yeah, it's basically produced by Scott Storch. I worked with him the first time. It was I want to say 2017 or something. We just did one joint,
Right.
through Steve Lobel and stuff.
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve. And I was like, man, he might be the one. I was looking for that production. And I left that session yo, this guy, I don't know how I can get him to do a whole album because he ain't cheap, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I'm like, yo, this is the guy for me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he has that balance. Obviously, he's a GOAT producer. Long story short, it happened, you know what I mean? Like a year and a half, 2 years later, we kind of reconnected through my new partners and everything. And they had a great relationship. And they kind of reintroduced me to Scott. Yo, let's not just sell us a beat. This is really our guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
In our community, the Armenian. And they're like, yo, this is really our guy. We got his back. And let's work. And one thing led to another. We did the whole project.
Do you have to pay for all the beats?
No, well, no one works for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's we gave him a
get the
fee.
love.
We gave him a fee and just let's work. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't. You got the homie rate.
The super homie rate. I would
Super
say.
homie, because Scott Storch beats ain't cheap.
Yeah, man, that's my dog. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he also got excited though. Once we started working, he's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? We started really having records. Once I finished the French joint, he was like, bro, you have a smash on your hand. Then I brought Nas to the studio.
Right.
He's like, hold on, Nas coming to the studio?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once we started working, he started seeing what I'm doing and you know what I mean? How I'm putting everything together, and he started respecting it more and more.
Yeah, because on the album, you got Nas, you got Quavo, you got Offset, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a ridiculous track list. I got Nas, Quavo, Offset, YG, Method Man, Kabaka Pyramid.
Shout out to Meth.
Hell yeah, shout out to Meth. That was the easiest one. There's just one DM, and 2 weeks later, it was in my inbox. He always showed me love, but I didn't, I wasn't sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Jeremiah in French.
You put the LeBron record on this bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two bonus tracks is King James with Jeremiah and then Yalla Habibi with French. I call it bonus because, they were made during that process, but we had already dropped them.
Right.
So, I kind of put them as bonus. But that King James joint is still my highest stream. It don't stop. You know what
I feel like it's like a sync record for the playoffs and shit.
Yeah, last year ESPN synced it.
Yeah.
It was playing it during the games. It's always a time limit. They license it for 3 months.
Is that the best way to make money off the actual song outside of streaming? Is that?
I've had some good money off the ESPN one was cool, to be honest, but commercials.
Yeah.
If you can get your shit in a commercial that plays a lot.
A lot, yeah.
A few Netflix TV shows and stuff I've had too in the past. Yeah, that not only the money they pay, but it just brings awareness. You know what I'm saying?
Right. People go find it online.
That shit pops up on one of your most streamed songs because people Shazam it and shit. You know what I mean?
Have you ever done any ghostwriting for anybody?
No.
Nah.
Not really.
Would you ever do it?
Yeah.
People need help
I've
with these
written
bars.
songs. Yeah, I feel local people, but I don't really. But not really. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not super
yeah.
You ain't on
Yeah, I kind of haven't really focused on that. I feel like it's been mentioned to me multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that might be a thing to look into.
Especially for these, a lot of these rappers need help with the verses, man.
It's just weird though. If you're an MC, then usually I'm sure people do, but it's kind of weird if
it's not weird anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm from that cloth where
you could write a song for Coil Ray.
Yeah, of course, but that wouldn't be bars. It
but
would be some cool. Yeah, shout out to Coil Ray. Yeah, I never met her, but she's
I'm
dope.
a fan.
Yeah, she's fire.
She posted a great photo on the gram today.
Did she?
Yeah, she had the
my guy.
She had the yeah. I'm surprised she didn't
We'll go check it out.
community guidelines yank that thing down. I'm surprised. Anyway, yo, so the Armenian genocide anniversary date was recently, right?
Recently, it's on April 24th every year. You know, I've always been super involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, every Armenian kind of grew up learning about this, about how it's not recognized, and, you know, anything unrecognized, you basically give people the right to do it again. So history repeats type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that, you know, we all in our households have been really taught. So from early on, I was at protests and things like that, you know? And then when I started rapping, I'm like, yo, I was kind of, you know, the first Armenian to really rap. I literally was the first. Now there's obviously more people, but no one yet at this level. But I was like, yo, I got to tell the story of my people, you know? So I did a song called Open Wounds. And then, you know, we printed these shirts that said our wounds are still open, and I wore it in the video. Yeah. It was actually the 10-year anniversary this year for that.
Of that shirt?
Of the whole thing. Yeah, the video, the shirt.
That's crazy, because I see those shirts everywhere.
Everywhere. So
if you're like in Glendale or Burbank, you see those shirts and the stickers and all that everywhere.
Yeah, man. It became really, I mean, someone one time told me it's like the biggest logo in our community. Like there's one like coat of arms type thing that's like a national Armenian thing, you know, that everybody gets tatted. And the second one is that our wounds are still open.
That shit's crazy.
Know, that was an honor. But for me, it was really a way to kind of like encourage, first of all, the youth of my own community to, like, you know what I mean, keep that spirit alive and care about shit like that, basically, but also obviously spread the message to like people like yourself and other, you know what I mean, other races to know about our history. So that's just really hip hop to me, you know what I mean? Tell the story of your people.
You see the most famous Armenian, like Kim Kardashian, become single, right? Do you you try to, you know, bring her over back home, you know what I mean?
I mean, if I could get in the room, I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying?
Because I just saw a clip somewhere of like, I think it was her mom was like trying to like find her.
That's like an old.
I know it's old. It's
old.
That's
like a Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Her mom was trying to hook him up with my boys, the Platinum Brothers, or one of them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Platinum Motorsports, because they do all their cars. They've been for like mad years. Shout out to George and Jack. So yeah, there was an episode with Chris. I don't know if that was real or it was for the show, but
it was hilarious. Every time I see it, I
don't know if Kim was interested at the time, but that shit was funny.
I think you should give it a shot, man. I think she's single, you know?
Yeah.
You just shoot her a DM.
She is, huh? Yeah.
Just be like, hey,
she only has 200 million followers.
Just shoot her a DM with, you know, the Armenian flag and be like, hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm the only one that's going to do that.
Let me take you to get some good food in Glendale.
Let's go to Rafi's.
Where would you, I was going to say, you would take her to Rafi's?
I mean, she's obviously Armenian, but I don't know if she's super tapped into the Armenian like restaurants and culture. I don't know. Maybe she is.
So you're saying that'd be the restaurant?
So I would probably, you know, I'd be giving Rafi's way too much love. Like every time, I've never gotten a discount, but every time someone asks me, I bring up Rafi's, you know, and I post.
That's what everybody always says.
Rafi's is amazing. I was there the other day. Carousel is another one, both in Glendale. Yeah, I haven't really thought about where I would take Kim.
Did you start thinking, we got to manifest this, man?
Let's manifest. We've been manifesting shit lately, so yeah.
The Kim K. You guys would literally own Armenia.
We would, bro.
You guys could
we would own Armenia. She's like, I already own Armenia. But yeah.
It's like, I don't need you.
I'm
a billionaire.
Armenia.
Leave me. Yeah. That's crazy. What's up, y'all? Bootleg Kev here, man. Got to tell you about our new sponsors at King Palm, baby. Got to shout out to them, man. We're welcoming them into the new family, man. Of course, we treat all of our partners at the Bootleg Kev podcast like family. Shout out to King Palm, man. If y'all don't know about King Palm, they are the leaders in the smoking industry when it comes to their tobacco-free blunt wraps. No nicotine, no tobacco, just good old leaves. All right? Yeah, that's right. And look, their product that I love are these right here. Now, these right here are the pre-rolled tips. You just stuff them with your herb, your cannabis that you get from Hardin. And they got these terpene infused tips. Now, what they are is you put your weed in there. All right? You hit the fucking little pinch on that thing and you get to burst the flavor. Now, these are the Red Rains, which is like an energy drink flavor. Obviously, they got the strawberry shortcake, which is also gas. Now, this is what's dope, too. There's just so many lines of these rolls. Shout out to the leaf tubes. You can get these these big blue grape fusion joints. So much you can get, man. So many products. Check out your local 7-Eleven, your local smoke shop, all that. But you could also go to kingpalm.com right now and get everything online delivered right to your door for half off. 50% off if you use that promo code BOOTLEG. That's right. Shout out to King Palm, man. We're talking about essential smoking when it comes to like just getting that clean smoke. It's not too harsh, organic. You ain't putting nothing crazy in your lungs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King Palm. No tobacco, no nicotine. Just straight look. And I got to shout them out too, because can we just take a good look at this? You know, we got multiple size King Palm hitters over here. That thing right there is like a goddamn... Jesus. That's a fucking boy right there. You know what I mean? Shout out to King Palm. That's a King Palm leaf right there. Stuff with some fire. Some fire, all right? So look, right now you're going to want to go to kingpalm.com. Use that promo code BOOTLEG. Get half off whatever you need. Smoking accessories, leaves, some of these awesome pre-rolls that they have that you just stuff your stuff in. You know what I mean. Kingpalm.com, 7-Eleven, your local smoke shop, all that. Make sure you follow them online at King Palm and check them out. Speaking of stuff that you're stuffing, shout out to MyBookie, man. MyBookie. You already know, mybookie.ag. I'm riding with the Phoenix Suns, goddammit. Them Suns going all the way. If you are like me and you like to, put a friendly wager on some sports, which I do a lot. I've been using MyBookie for about 10 years now. You can go do the same thing right now. Now, this is what's dope about MyBookie. Go to mybookie.ag. It's the online sports book. Not only is it an online sports book, they got the blackjack. They got the whole casino situation, craps, roulette, whatever you're into, you can play it right at mybookie.ag. And if you use the promo code BOOTLEG when you sign up, BOOTLEG, you'll see it down below. When you sign up, you'll get that first deposit bonus. Now, get a new account, mybookie.ag. When you sign up, BOOTLEG is the promo code. First deposit bonus up to $1,000. You put in money, they give you money. It's that simple, all right? There's so many ways you can win money. Of course, they got NHL right now. The playoffs are happening in hockey if you're from fucking Canada and you care about a terrible, boring sport. Also, basketball. NBA playoffs are booming right now. Put all the money on the future for the Suns to win the championship. Thank me later. I got Suns versus Celtics in the finals. Also, baseball. Another atrociously boring sport, but a great sport to gamble on. All right. So what you're going to want to do, go to mybookie.ag, use that promo code BOOTLEG right now and get your first deposit bonus unlocked. Speaking of unlocked, unlock your cock. Go to bluechew.com right now. It is summertime. If you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, ED, if you will, maybe you got stress at work. Maybe you're tired of looking at the same chick. Maybe you just need a little pep in your step. You need to get on that Blue Chew, man. You don't need to do anything, but it'd be nice to have the option to. So go to bluechew.com right now. Use the promo code BOOTLEG and get the first month supply of Blue Chew for free. What is Blue Chew? Well, Blue Chew is a chewable. Gets delivered to your door in a discreet package. No doctor's appointments, no doctor's visits. And it has the same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis. So we're talking about getting your dick hard here. In case that went over your head, you know. It won't go over your head once you take it. I promise you that. Blue Chew also is incredible because not only does it come in the blue chewable flavor with the same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but it also has a mint chewable flavor, which is the same active ingredient as Levitra. All right. All this, if you're questioning, I don't know, I don't want to spend no money. Does this shit work? Look, yes, it works. And you don't have to spend money if you use the promo code BOOTLEG at bluechew.com because it's going to get delivered right to your house. They're going to give you a month's supply for free. You just got to pay $5 shipping. That's it. The Blue Chew's coming to your house. No awkward doctor's appointments. No awkward doctor's visits. It's all online. BlueChew.com. Thank me later. Thank me later. Let's get back to the interview. What was like for you outside of Nas? You've done some big records you've done records with some fucking legends. Like what is the record that almost happened or that you thought could still happen in the future that you haven't worked with somebody in terms of just like an artist? Because I know we had discussed in the past you had almost did something with Eminem back in the day.
Yeah.
But today.
That's crazy. Probably the craziest almost story was Nipsey. because I had just started working with Scott. I didn't have literally none of these features yet.
Right.
We just start cooking up. And my partners, that's from the cannabis game, he just randomly brought up, like, I'm mad cool with Nipsey and the team. And this is when Victory Lap was everywhere. And
Right.
Nipsey, my favorite rapper, like, especially then, right? That album, like, I was like, yo, Nipsey the one. And he called him right on the spot, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, we working this and this and that. Let me introduce you to my guy. So briefly introduced us. We started slowly building that relationship. Never met in person yet.
Right.
And then he connected me with one of his team members. I send the record over, and he hit me back saying, yo, Nip fucks with it, he's down to do it. I'm like, yo, if it's possible, I'm trying to be in the studio. All these features, except Meth and French. All the other
We're
ones,
in the studio.
I was in the studio together. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
It's a different energy, bro. Like, I feel like the Nas record wouldn't have been that if it wasn't
If you guys
together.
weren't vibing with each other.
We on the hook together and shit like that. So, if I can, which nowadays obviously not easy, especially for like a big artist like that. But anyway, I asked him and he's like, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna hit you, top of the week, and we set it up. And that Sunday he got killed, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy story. So yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
But
Nip.
besides that, yeah, I've been around a lot of people, and it's like, me and Ross talked about doing something at one point. I learned, like, you can't take too long when these opportunities come. Takeoff, we talked about this in the last interview. It was a brief convo with Takeoff's like, yo, send me something, because I had Offset and I had Quavo. I'm like, yo, you the only Migo I ain't do a record with yet, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, what we doing? Send me something.
Right.
And I lagged on it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just because I lagged, it's like I felt like I didn't have the right record yet. Because I hate having mediocre records. I see this all the time with a big name.
For sure, happens
and you
a lot.
click on it, it's like, it's cool.
Right.
That doesn't do nothing for you, you know what I mean, for your career.
It's just
but
a
if
waste
you have
of
a smash, if you have really something undeniable, and then you have a big name on it,
And it just helps.
then you got something, you know what I'm saying?
You have this is a one-of-one jacket you have on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when Jeff Hamilton, when he does, so how much is this jacket?
So basically, this jacket is kind of a funny story. Jeff Hamilton is my man. Like, I got in a couple jackets, and I got introduced to him through some mutual friends, and we became homies. And then one day I had a video shoot with Be Real for a song called God Flows. And Be Real Studio is literally maybe a block or two away from Jeff Hamilton's, like, showroom, store, whatever. So I hit Jeff. I'm like, yo, you think I can borrow a jacket for the shoot? He's like, yeah, of course, come through. So I go over there, and my boy found this one kind of hanging in the corner. It's like a one-of-one custom, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I did that for a rapper. I don't have to mention him, but he's like, basically he ordered it, but then he never picked it up, you know what I'm saying? $10,000. But he's like, I don't care. To me, my jackets are art. I hang them up. I don't give discounts, this and this and that. So I'm like, cool. He's like, yeah, take it for the video. I'm like, perfect. This is a perfect vibe for the Be Real video, this, that. I went, we shot the video. On the way back, we go to drop it off. My boy's like, the whole time during the shoot, my boy's like, yo, this shit is too fire. Like, I need that jacket, But I didn't think he was serious.
Right.
We went back to Jeff Hamilton, and he went up to him. He's like, yo, I need to cop that jacket. What's my price? He's like, I really don't give discounts. He gave him like $1,000 off, so he paid $9,000 cash on the spot. I'm like, bro. And then he's like, well, you wore in the video already, so now everybody's gonna think I borrowed your jacket.
So you
Keep it for now. So technically, this is not my jacket, but everyone's gonna think it's my jacket. You know what I'm saying?
$9,000 jacket. Jesus Christ.
Shout out my dog, yeah. Jeff Hamilton is a beast, though, bro.
Oh, man.
Everything he does, like, every time I wear a Jeff Hamilton jacket, you get compliments by everyone that, well, yo, sick jacket. Sick, you know what I mean? Every
sure.
time, bro. He's a
So I feel like I've known you for so long, but you were being so, like, kind of, there was like a period in time where I felt like you were just like holding on to everything. In the last couple of years, you just been letting shit fly. You know what I'm saying? Are you
Yeah.
going to continue
Nah, for sure.
Are you going to continue that same amount of output?
Yeah, I kind of learned, 2 years ago, we put the project out with Burner, and I wasn't really ready to continue the buzz I got off that. You know what I'm saying? I put the King James record out, and then kind of like I wasn't ready to keep up. It's a content game now, and like no matter how good the shit is, you got to follow it up, right? So this time I made sure to be ready. So this album is definitely like the one I've been like working on, but I'm like deep into the next one already. So yeah, we're going to keep going.
Do you
all
feel,
2023 for sure.
I was going to ask you, do you feel being an Armenian rapper, is it that much harder to kind of get through some of the doors and get people to kind of check you out?
I think it definitely, hip hop is growing, right? And it's becoming so much more universally accepting, right?
It's the biggest genre of music.
Exactly. So slowly it's getting, I guess, less and less. But at the end of the day, we all know what the culture is. You know what I'm saying? And we all know the initial doors. A lot of people are not just down to support just anything. You know what I mean? It's got to come for. So I definitely had some certain hurdles. You know what I mean? And like, or a lot of time people are like, yo, you dope. But then turn the other way, like, do your thing, but it's never like, let me come fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because there's no real other connection. I come from a whole outside culture. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like any other race, it has a positive and a negative because it sets me apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you got your people are fucking
my people fuck
you.
with me heavy. So, and nowadays it's all about building your own independent like fan base anyway, more than anything. But yeah, for the industry to kind of fuck with you, it's not that easy.
What would be some advice you would...
Especially, sorry to cut you off, like when I started, because I've been doing this decade plus now, like French Montana was just, you know what I mean? Or DJ Khaled, or people that look like me wasn't really around yet, or they just started. So like it wasn't the norm.
What's up, guys? Hey, if you are watching this and it's April 20th, 420, I'm going to be hanging out at Hardin today. That's right. Put the flyer up, LaRock. I'll be at Hardin hanging out all day today. The craziest, most just luxurious, illest dispensary in the world, located right in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, Hardin Las Vegas, they are our family. They sponsor the podcast. I love those guys dearly. And when I say that it is the best place I've ever walked into to buy premium cannabis, I'm not lying. Best customer service. Best bud tenders, best bud to put in your King Palm, and just overall, man, just a great experience. So what y'all need to do is go follow him online, Hardin_Las Vegas. Follow him on the gram. We got a lot of dope stuff in the works. They actually just opened a fire podcast studio, so we're going to be doing a lot of content in Vegas. Live from Hardin. They also just dropped a fucking tennis shoe with Fila. They got dope fly gear. Man, premium cannabis. The best selection. Culture. Sniff. You walk in there, man, listen, they got... I'm not even lying to y'all. Hardin has their own signature scent. And it smells good. I keep a bottle of it in my car. Literally. Maybe twice a day I spray that. Whoosh, get that Hardin whiff. It smells amazing. So look, make sure you go to Hardin. If you're in Vegas, get in that Uber. Get in that cab as soon as you touch down. Say, take me to Hardin. The taxi drivers, the Uber drivers, they know exactly where it is because it's the hottest spot in Vegas. They're going to take you straight there. You're going to tell them I sent you. They're going to get you situated real nicely, all right? Hardin_Las Vegas. Go show them some love. Go to HardinLasVegas.com. Got to give a shout out to our OGs, my dogs at Odd Socks, baby. They've been fucking with us from day one. And they've been dropping so many crazy dope new like socks. First of all, can we talk about Beavis and Butthead? They just dropped the Beavis and Butthead socks and draws. Let's take a check. Just a nice little peek at the Beavis and Butthead drawskis, bruh. Ooh. Come on, man. They also just dropped Coca-Cola. We got Scarface. We got Reese's. We got the big fucking Lebowski. So many dope socks. The most comfortable socks in the world. The most comfortable underwear in the world. And check this out. Right now, you can get 20% off. That's 20% off at checkout at oddsocksofficial.com using the promo code Bootleg. So go right now, oddsocksofficial.com. My first suggestion would be get you a pair or a pack of the Odd Socks Basics, the black and the whites. Those are my go-tos. And then you got to fuck with some of these Big Lebowski socks. And they just got Coca-Cola. They got the Scarface boys. Like, what are we talking about, man? What are you waiting on? They are the most comfortable socks in the world. So if you're not wearing Odd Socks, you're just cheating yourself. You know what I mean? You're really cheating yourself. They got fucking South Park. Come on, bruh. What are we talking about? Go to oddsocksofficial.com right now. Use the promo code Bootleg. Save 20% off at checkout on the most comfortable socks in the world. Or don't and keep torturing yourself with those shitty socks you're wearing right now. Be a damn shame. Anyway, let's get back to the interview. Yeah, French is like...
Man, he the one, bro. He's like, as far as like people that look like us, like he the one that really did it. You know what I'm saying?
He's from Morocco, right?
Morocco, yeah. which is technically Africa, but it's a Middle Eastern kind of a culture and
Right.
the looks and everything. You know what I mean? So,
What would be the advice you would give? Because you've kind of, like you said, you've been doing this for 10 years plus, and you kind of, at the end of the day, you make mistakes, you correct, you're probably still learning as you go. But
made
what would
every
be
mistake in the world. Yeah.
what would be the advice you would give? Like one or two things for an independent artist that's just like maybe in a rut that they can't figure out. Like, do I drop music? Maybe they're hesitating too much. Maybe they're
Yeah.
overthinking this shit. What's some of your advice?
overthinking and hesitating is not the move, but really what it is consistency. So once you feel like you found your sound, you find your lane or whatever, now you just got to stack up on the music, stack up on the content, and then just go and understand that it's going to take a lot of groundwork. You know what I'm saying? A lot of probably several years. I wouldn't bank on just going viral. Maybe that'll happen.
Yeah,
but
if
that's
you win the
hitting
it's like winning the lottery.
You're right. If we go buy a lottery ticket right now, what's the chances, right? So that happens to 1 in a fucking 100 million maybe, but if you consistently put out quality shit, the fan base slowly grows, you know what I mean? And you grow your own. That's really the only way. So
Anything you learned from Burner? Because you were on the road with Burner, you do a project. I mean, you've been around him a lot.
yeah, Burner's a beast, man. What I learned from Burner is just his output is so incredible.
It's crazy.
He runs this like massive
Fucking billion-dollar company.
Yeah, right. And then he still puts out multiple projects a year. You know what I mean? And I see how he does it. And for every artist is different. But he books the studio for a week, and that's all he focuses on. And he drops
Album's
the
done
album.
in a week.
Boom, and then move on to the next thing. He don't have the time to sit there for a year or for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, really just the work ethic, the consistency, the output is crazy.
There was some, man, he got some crazy ass fans too.
Man, I went on tour with him. One of the dopest tours I've been on. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Every single show sold out. Everyone singing along to every song. And then the smoke is not normal. Even he be backstage, because I would go on right before him. So every night I would get off, he'd be like, how bad is it today? Like, how bad is the smoke? Because we be rapping up there live. He's a big boy too, you know what I'm saying?
It hits you.
It's like, bro, I can't breathe in this motherfucker, you know what I mean?
It's like a super
fire
giant
alarm.
hot box.
Yeah, fire alarms went off at least every other show.
What about,
just
was
from
it
the smoke.
anything different or anything you might have learned from Chris Webby, who you're also close with, also was on the road with, who also is an independent juggernaut?
I would say I learned a lot from Chris Webby because he was like one of the first people I went on tour with. The whole touring aspect, the show, how he put his show together, you know what I'm saying? I started using one of his drummers as my drummer. Then I started using his DJ. I started realizing what I'm missing in my live show, that
Right.
it's not just all about me and I can't just carry the whole shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you have the right DJ that's strong on the mic, that's helping, you know what I mean? It's almost like a hype man, but not a hype man. Then, you know what I mean? Like certain elements. And the way he does it, bro, is like, again, it's consistency. He started this thing with Webby Wednesdays.
Dropping hella records, yeah.
Yeah, every Wednesday he was doing it the right way, right? He was cooking for like 3-4 months, and then the rest of the year he would hit him every week. At the end of the year, he would hit him with an album. Same cycle for like 5 years. He's been doing that, and I seen it grow. Like he's getting hundreds of millions of streams.
No, he's killing it.
You know what I mean? Every year and every show. Like I've been on like 3-4 tours with him.
That shit's crazy.
Shout out to Webby, my brother.
Great guy, man.
Yeah.
All right, so the album's out. Mean, go run it up.
Yes.
Crazy features. Intro's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, the features are crazy, but honestly, I'm just really proud of the whole project, like how it came together. I feel like Scott brought out of me what I hadn't been able to show to the world yet. Like I knew I had this potential, but I didn't have the right, you know what I mean? The right music, the right everything to really shine. That's what good production does, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So,
You have any
really
Kim Kardashian stories for you?
Scott, no. I mean, yeah, he just told me that they've been together a long time ago, but he wasn't really talking like greasy or anything.
Yeah.
He was with everyone, apparently.
Everybody.
He literally was with everyone.
He's
either
Mr.
before
I.
they got
He's
famous.
literally I hit it first.
He's the one. Yeah,
He is
he's
the one. That little.
Yeah, Kim is just one of the names, bro. Like, yeah,
That's that short little talented guy with those
Scott.
glasses and all
Scott.
that weed.
talent does a lot.
Yeah, talent does
When
a
that
lot.
boy starts on them keys,
once you get
every time I'm impressed. Like every single
For
time we're in the
sure.
session, I'm like, Jesus Christ, he did it again.
It's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, go run the album up. It's out right now. We got a freestyle that's crazy you can watch.
Yes,
and your new album is out, but you already got shit in the tank for
We
the next
working.
one.
But right now, Mean out right now, produced by Scott Storch. Thank you, my brother.
Tour coming?
I'm working on it, but we're doing the Roxy.
Show at the Roxy if you're in LA.
Album release
Thursday.
show, Thursday, May 4th. Definitely pull up to that. And we got your boy Alexis on the
It's gonna be a
lineup
good
too.
show, man. We hanging out, man. My bro, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Love.
Fire.